They're pretty broadly, so that will include if a grandmother has guardianship over the grandchildren, we will accept that client. We'll accept her as a mother. The other piece I did not talk about so much, we also are in juvenile court and are fighting against what's called the child welfare system. So Oklahoma also terminates parental rights at a very high rate. I believe you may be fourth in the country in terminating parental rights, and that's really high, especially considering the foster care system is essentially broken and it's not sustainable. Separating children from their families is really traumatic and problematic, especially for communities. So we also work in juvenile court with always the goal of reuniting parents with their children. So the other thing that is very different in Oklahoma is that people pay for every single thing, every part of their prosecution, which is different. You pay, $8 if the state serves a subpoena in your case. You pay $10 if your attorney files a motion. You will pay, X amount of dollars if you have a court reporter in your case. You pay for the cost of jail. So when our clients finish the case, they owe hundreds of thousands of dollars. But if you also think about it, what's interesting is if you are poor and you know that you cannot pay this staggering debt, and you know that if you don't pay this debt, you will constantly get warrants and picked up and put back into the system. What is your incentive to fight the case when you know that every time you go to court, it's going to cost you money? Right? People have a constitutional right to go to trial. They have a constitutional right to fight their case. But if it costs them money and they don't have the money to do it, why would they do it? And so that, I think, is problematic because people aren't getting their day in court. It's something that they're thinking about. I have clients say all the time, every time I look online, every time I come to court, I owe more money. Well, why keep fighting it? Right? If you think that if you're not going to be successful, you're going to owe all of this money on the back end. So I think legislatively looking at the fines and fees, the reality is the court system should be supported by the government, but it's not. And that's a problem. That's the difference that we saw in New York City. The government funds its court system. I'm sure they're funding issues. It's not their, judges complain about their salaries and et cetera, but at least it's funded. The DAs, what I've heard is that the DAs only get 40% of their budget from the state. And so they have to fill 60% of their budget from somewhere. And unfortunately, it is on the backs of poor people. It's on the backs of the people that they are prosecuting. That is a huge problem. The fines and fees, it's, there's a thing called DA supervision, where our clients are essentially paying $40 a month to the DA's office. That's a problem. So legislatively, you got to fund your system. That's the or stop arresting people. One or the other. You have to fund your system.